Well, that's right. We'd left Jonah with the new girlie, and we were going to go traipse around town and find stuff. So we may as well do that. A mission there? Okay. There were 2 documents here. Is that one?
Looks like this is Abby's.
Missions? I think we'd seen the mission guy getting in a scuffle with someone, but we didn't see what was happening because
out of here.
I had a sound bug where game muted itself. Hey Crit, how you doing, man?
Piss off! You're spoiling the reception.
I haven't looked at the manifesto yet.
Thieves out of here.
What do you take out of it?
Everything all right?
No, it's all terrible, as usual. These pillagers come to town, hire us to dig up our own relics, don't even pay us a living wage.
And then they run off with them and profit.
We are all desperate here. There's no work since Porvenir pulled out. We're sitting ducks.
And I imagine the storm hasn't helped matters.
What little we had is gone or underwater. I don't know what to do anymore.
I have some experience with these kinds of people. Maybe I can help.
I don't know what good it'll do. Did I catch your name?
Lara.
I'm Victor. If you want to talk to Omar, the executive lead tormentor in charge of theft and pillaging, he's in there.
Thanks.
Be careful. He doesn't like to be challenged.
Talk to Omar. Hey, Timnos. Shadow of the Panz Raider grows. That it does, but, you know, insert joke about only after Lawrence gets out of the water or something. And only in one
Piss
direction,
off.
like
You're
sundial.
spoiling the reception.
Omar?
Who are you? You looking for work? Well, you're out of luck. We have enough people. Marco's in charge of HR now anyway.
Yes, thank you. Do you know where he is?
Where else? The bar.
Sure would be great to get these thieves out of here.
Okay, which bar though? There's 2. That one. Okay, that's where what's his face is. And that's a different objective. And there's a gold bar. Now, let's swing by the gold. Also might uncover some other things in town.
Always nice to see fresh faces in town. Good for the mind to know that our little corner of the world isn't forgotten. Also good for the wallet, if you'd maybe take a look at what we have for sale up at the general store.
Casuals will suffer a bit more. I don't know. A lot of the stuff that they were talking about, like sometimes when you make things generally harder or more balanced, especially when it's due to like a power creep issue, it almost
The
doesn't
jungle
affect the
takes
bottom.
what it wants. Hard to get it to give up its secrets, but I found one, I think.
You have.
The village has many layers. You peel one back and find another, and another.
It does seem to have quite the history.
Sometimes I wonder if it hasn't been here in one way or another since the beginning of time. You seem different than the others.
Which others?
All of them. Men looking for oil, gold, taking whatever they can.
Crypt. Nice. Okay, we've got 2 crypts on the map. That's really good. Yeah, so a lot of times what happens is that the people at the bottom end tend to overplay or over-prepare, over-gear.
Mommy, what is that on the island?
You know, they're not everyone. some people, just play with less time. So usually when you tighten up enemies and things like that, it affects people that are already overplaying the least. Okay, and so flasks, that's the other thing too. Like, I'm assuming you had as high a flask uptime as possible in previous leagues, right? And I was slowly getting to that stage with some builds where I could keep my flask uptime a lot higher and be zooming through the maps. A lot of people don't do that, right? So that change won't affect any of them. Right? It only affects people... oh wow, that's deep. Only affects people that are already, are maintaining a higher flask uptime. Well, that's the thing too. I was starting to use scarabs a lot more freely, and I started to use sectants a little bit before the Atlas change, and then afterwards, I don't think I've used sectants since the new Atlas came out. Oh wow, I saw some. I can't roll ailment immunities on Flask anymore. So I'd probably say I'm towards the top of the casuals, or maybe even at the bottom of whatever is once you leave casual. Right? Where I was trying to have the immunities on Flasks, and I was getting close to having full uptime. Or at least when it mattered. At least, if my uptime wasn't full, I could at least react to something to put it in effect.
This describes something nearby. Take a deep breath and find me right under another's nose.
Unlock treasures from the past. Nice. But yeah, anyone flasking a lot less. And I've watched people play that have a lot more hours than I do, but I ask them about their flask usage. And they'll just be like, they just don't want to play they never wanted to play that game of having to flask all the time. Right. And I think from what I've heard other streamers talk about the percentage of players that do things, like players that keep big uptime on Flask is a low percentage. Which then means, if it's a low percentage of player base keeps Flask uptime, that means definitely a high percentage of casuals don't. Okay, and I never really used to run curse flasks. It was a low priority because as annoying as Temporal Chains was, I didn't get into the stuff that any other curses really mattered. When I did have a curse flask, though, I'd notice it on the Temporal Chains map because my uptime wasn't perfect, so I'd get slowed, and then I'd get unslowed, and then I'd get slowed, and then I'd get unslowed. And I used to laugh at myself because it really sort of... I thought I had good uptime on my flasks, but having a map that had Temporal Chains on it really, sort of showed me that my uptime wasn't good. And it was one of the things, so I used to try to run maps that had the Temporal Chains mod because it helped me develop better uptime because it was a really good indicator of when my flasks were off. Oh, Caster Silence? Yeah, I can imagine it would be. I probably had that and not even noticed. Because I'm noob. Filthy casual. So I wonder if this one is still lit up because we haven't found the thing it's pointing to. If so, that's pretty cool. Nice little bit of thought there.
The engine shit there, man.
Did they reduce the potency of the ailments
Find someone to replace you.
because of the flask change?
Those sites are dangerous, Marco. Anything can happen.
Si me preguntas,
Choosing a class will be easy this league. Pathfinder.
tomaré otro. Entonces le dije, sí.
I'm looking for Marco.
Ven y busca.
Why? For what?
I just want to talk to him.
He doesn't want any trouble.
I'm not looking for trouble. I'm looking for work.
Work? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
So, you're Marco?
Tell me Omar didn't send you here to mess with me? If any of those animals hurts my son,
Marco, I'm not with Omar. Believe me. What's this about your son?
I blew out my knee, so Omar took Pablo to replace me at the dig site. Said I was HR now and that it was my job to find a replacement. Otherwise...
Otherwise, he'd keep working your son.
Yeah. I'm worried he's just gonna keep Pablo up there, even if I bring him someone.
Well, it's a good thing you've just hired someone.
You? Really? You do that?
We wouldn't want to disappoint the boss, would we?
Thank you. If you see Pablo, please tell him I'm here.
Omar seems like a jerk. This we knew though, right? Alright, we deal with the pillagers, but I want to do this crypt first. Assassin got nerfed a lot, Inquisitor 2, Element just got punched in the face, then in the guts, then... Like some people like that. Don't shame crit. No kink shame. I heard Lawrence here pays for that sort of treatment.
Don't get many tourists through here.
Oh, I'm not a tourist. I mean, I'm a researcher.
Oh, well, still. Wish you could have seen this place 20 years ago. It was booming, vibrant, full of life, and so optimistic for the future. Pfft, optimistic. Gullible more like it.
What happened?
Porvenir happened. Big oil company out of Lima. They came in here, bought up the town, gave everyone jobs. They even planned to build condominiums across the river there, until the bottom fell out.
The oil crash.
Now we limp by on the scraps they left behind. Shame you're not a tourist. Tourists bring money. Archaeologists just take.
Oh, you just got served, Lawrence.
Sí. Ya cargué las piezas en el avión.
This village was once under the wing and watchful eye of the Condor, but we let the eagle chase her away.
I'm not sure I understand.
Neither do I. We lost ourselves in our pursuit of things. Thought we'd be happier with coins in our pockets, but the eagle took that away as
Eagles
well.
Americans, Lara. Or maybe it's not a metaphor, it's literal. So they won't affect high rollers in trade much. I don't know if laziness is the right way of describing it. I mean, I feel for him because SFS has got to be harder, right? Just has to be. But they've always said that when they put SSF in as an official thing, that they would never consider it when they balance or do anything. So it's not laziness, them not considering SSF. It's sticking to their plan of they're not going to take it into consideration when they balance. I mean, I don't think that came out of the initial thing for them way back when to say that came from laziness. It's just they wanted it to be a game that involved trade and community and stuff. You can't force players to play like that. But maybe they should start looking at it as something to think about when it comes to balance. There's like a path here that I thought I could get up on. Unless I have to get up further. Was it a pipe? I think we can just swim out under the... Oh, it is a pipe.
I don't think I can do it, Vancho. Go on, it's easy. Just grab it and stuff the cherry bomb up its... No. Does it even have one of those?
Huh, I wonder where the entrance to the crypt is. They're usually really hard to find. Oh, wait, here we go. Did he say specifically how... Oh, we got a we got a challenge. 5 aquatic plants. Hang on. Mana and Archmage support, the way they changed it in combination with second wind support, whole archetype is just dead now. Well, that sucks. So that would include trade players as well, though, right? Does pose an interesting question, though, whether whether it's up to the devs to consider what archetypes they want to hurt and harm, you know, intentionally or even as a byproduct. Whether they take the stance, if players say, hey, by doing this and this, you've actually done this, and they go, then play something else. And not by like a different game, hey Timnos, but like a different archetype or a different character. Good morning, Head Wound. The funny thing is, and I think I know developers Manifesto. I know that developers have discussions about this when it comes to balance changes and nerfs and things. And one of the general, and unfortunately it does get overused in some talks, the general consensus is at the end of the day, a lot of it doesn't matter about
someone has barricaded the path.
Player upset a little bit, especially when it comes to the loss of, in this case, viability of a class, because they'll just find another way to do it. You know, as a community, we have this drive just to push forward. Every time a game gets tougher, we get better results. Every time a nerf comes out, we just find another way to do the things. Yeah, and they might take a hit for a little bit, but sometimes it doesn't even do that. Sometimes being forced to change creates a way of finding something even better than what we had been used to. Fun is zero sum. If the players have too much fun, the devs don't get any left. Yep. The other thing with the fun is zero sum, if the players get too much this time, then less people will play next time. So there usually is some sort of fine line between creating challenge and putting up permanent barriers as roadblocks. But the reality is that players will cry and scream, bitch and moan, and in some instances, some of them will give up. Oh, they took Harvest away. I'm quitting the game that I loved for 10 years before Harvest. And other players will go, that sucks, I guess I got to be better. And then players will whinge about archetypes being gone and I'm not going to play this league. And someone else will be like, hey, there's a spot open. Another streamer just left and I'm really good and I think I can do better without these nerfs. Man, it's going to suck, but wow, a streaming spot just opened. I'm going to take it. And they'll beat bosses. Yeah, you've had a friend pull out because he liked what he could achieve with Harvest, right? And then they nerfed Harvest. He's like, I don't want to go back to grinding it out every league because I know what I could have achieved. And as much as I get that, the way you explained it to me, I thought it does make sense psychologically why we have that sort of mental block. It's like, it was good for a short period and now it's back to the way it was. I don't want to go back to the way it was. Thing is, though, you don't get much of a choice in this situation. It is a burn arrow wall, thanks. Oh, I just wasn't paying attention. Too busy chatting. Chat's more fun. But yeah, every time someone decides to give up because a hurdle's too high, someone else, if not two people, will be there to jump that hurdle. And they'll look back and smile and say, you should have just tried, dude. But thanks for the opportunity. There'll always be someone hungry enough to make it work with what they've got. Ooh, that's nice. And then whatever footsteps that those people lead, that becomes the norm. And then everyone just goes, oh, cool, things aren't that bad. And then you know what developers do next time? Where's my nerf hammer? Bring on the bat, swing it around. Make you worse, you get a nerf, you get a nerf. Everybody gets a nerf. Oh, Essence Drain, you get a buff. This is spooky.
Looks like the bridge is out.
Hold the torch up, Lawrence.
Oh shit!
Sorry, I just had to steer into those. Like, I instinctively went right because there was a gap, and I'm like, hang on, there's spikes here on the left. I just wanna... Sorry, my fault. I tend to take that stance as well, Crit. I think sometimes, though, you've got to be willing to make those sacrifices. And there's a real fine line between making subtle changes to slowly get there, but taking a lot longer, or doing it like a Band-Aid, just straight off. And usually ripping it straight off's the best option. You'll get a lot of kickback, but you make your changes so you can start moving forward again pretty much the next time afterwards. Whereas imagine if they did this over the next sort of 3 or 4 leagues, but in smaller chunks, everyone would be complaining every league, you know, until it was done. Whereas if they do this time and then make some, then they can bring in some good content.
This room has fared better than the rest of the cavern, it seems.
I didn't look behind me for anything. Oh, but either way, I have no idea what I'm going to play next league, but I'm going to try and have fun. Hey, Valkyrie. You didn't get the notification. Oh, that sucks, dude. You didn't miss much. We're just talking Path of Exile and playing with Lawrence. Point of interest revealed. Oh, sarcophagus. Fun fact, in the end they mentioned a few buffs to underused gems, and that latter fact will not change at all. They're still going to be underused until Mathil makes a build out of it. I'm good, thank you, Valkyrie. How are you? Wait, how do I get out of here now? Oh, we can do the thing again. Oh! Whoa. Oh, Lawrence. I'm assuming that's how we get out of here. You know what they would say about assumptions. They make everyone look perfect. I see it. Don't worry, I see it. I thought I had to go up there, but I think it's this way. Go, Mrs. Drake. Ethel probably has a rager since the reveal trailer. 19 new gems of his special child spectral shield throw might be absolutely broken this league. Oh, I know. I'm playing like I haven't played this game before. I forgot all the controls in the last week. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Okay, but the real question that everyone wants to know is, how is he going to top last league's cosplay? Oh, Lawrence! Impossible? It pretty much is impossible for him to top that one. Like, he just set the bar too high. No one ever looks up. So it's this one guy, for anyone who's not familiar, on league start, on the first day, he shows up and waits for the league to start, like most of the other Path of Exile streamers. And he's there with chat before everything gets underway, just chatting. But he dresses up, you know, cosplay. Yeah. And he's been... I think he did some generic stuff at the start, but then he's been really picking out Path of Exile characters and whatnot. One of the bosses at Ziri, who's well known for being twice the woman that most women are, physically only, of course. Complete with like a chain adorned cups, little couplets in certain places, and I think she has six arms, 4 boobs, something like that. He did it full red paint, everything. He didn't paint the back of his arms, the back of his legs, or his back. It was something else. She splits into 4? Yeah, but they don't have 1 boob each. Or do they? When she splits, do they all have 1 boob right in the middle of the chest? And she only has 2 legs. I think it might even... I think it's 6 arms. Either way, it was a fantastic cosplay. Hilarious. Nope. I think it's missing the movie after effect. You need that her to like cough and spit a little bit. Grappling hook? Huh. What do you know? Okay. I can't even remember what I got from the crypt now. What did I get from the crypt? Anyone? This is what happens when you get no sleep and you have to do other stuff and you're an old stupid man. A boot skin. Does it do anything? They'll have properties. I'd love doing that. High NDD got nerfed, casual didn't. I mean, technically everything got nerfed though, right? Wait, how did I got turned around? God damn it, Panz. Stupid old man. Dot cluster Jules got the hammer. So one practice that I haven't seen in a long time, because it's not popular, but it works, is it's more like a rotation. So you start out with all the game. Wait, am I back at the... Oh, damn it, Panz. Oh, I think that does a circuit. Okay, that's why. Alright. Lawrence, swim under the water. There's a tunnel here, right? I am... So basically you start out with your basic set. Okay? And then you have a new rotation or league or season or whatever you want to call it, and you bring in some new things. And you just take out the equivalent amount of things. Now sometimes you might not want to do that at the start from like the very first one. You might, because there might not be enough stuff, so you add some things, and then you get to a point where you're like, okay, we're going to start rotating things out as we rotate things in. Can we lick the toad? No. That way you don't ever nerf anything. Right? Because you don't need to. You just take stuff out. I can't lick the toad because I don't have the poison arrow yet. That makes sense. The reason it doesn't get implemented a lot in games is because, let's say you're going to add in, you know, a couple new support gems, and so you take out a couple support gems. You could potentially, or add in some skill gems and take out a skill gem. You know, you potentially take someone who plays the same build every league, season, whatever you call it, in whatever game you're playing, and they're like, I can't play because you got rid of mine, the only one I've played and ever played. Whereas at least if you're only nerfing someone, they'll be like, well, it's gonna suck, but at least I still get to play. You are missing gear. You require a shotgun. I better go get myself a shotgun then. We'll go find some underwater plants. Hit up a relic, I think. Alright. Do I actually have to be under the water to see the underwater plants? Oh, there you go. You wish your doors told me what you were missing when you walked up to them and you wouldn't leave your house while missing things? Yeah, you would. See, I thought that too, Surf Wizard. And I acquired this power IRL. I thought this is great. Best use of my life points ever could have spent. Problem is, you leave the house, you get to where you're going, and that door tells you what you were missing. So now you got to go back home and get it. Right, so just take the 10 most used gems of the last league, nerf them to oblivion. Yeah, and if you do that every league, that's at least acceptable, because even if you nerf the crap out of it, it's still there, so someone can still play it. Right? What's really funny, if you do that, you'll see some results that community will band together to do things, right? Like trying to get a skill they don't want nerfed. So you, especially in Path of Exile with the way the league works, the second half of the league would be everyone playing skills they don't want, that they don't care get nerfed, to try and like boost them so that they're not picked up by the, you know, whatever's tracking the top 10, right? Play the league start you want to play, and then play 10 other skills to try and push them above the one you want to keep strong. It really pushes community as well, because what would happen is someone would run a crappy skill competition, right? And it would get that skill played and doing stuff. And that way, the reason you pick the crappy skill competition, one, it's fun, right? But, you know, you're trying to get the whatever's tracking the for the next round of nerfs, you want it to track that instead of a good skill. It never works. But people come up with ideas of, let's see how we can get... But it can save some, right? Because if you've got 5 really good skills that are really, really strong, all you got to do is save a few of them, right? But does it matter if the bottom ones get buffed a lot? Short, crappy skill races. I thought there was one that got run a while back, and I was really excited for it. because they'd picked out some skills and they'd said stuff like, you've got to do that damage on the boss. You can't you can't swap out skills when the boss is almost dead and whatnot. And you had to. It was video proof for the points, so you had to. They were watching it. The thing is, though, they said you don't have to level with the skill. So what was... They didn't even have to map with it. So everyone was just farming with the same old boring stuff that they were doing that league, and they just had a build like a character that had the skill that was... I can't remember what skill it was. And so what they'd do is they would just do 99% of the game. You'd watch them streaming and they'd be doing, you know, Essence Drain Contagion and all the other strong builds at the time. And you'd be like, oh, I thought this was the whatever competition. They're like, yeah, but I'm not doing a boss or a whatever's worth points. So they only took the whatever was worth points on that. It's like, well, that sucks. So you're just doing the exact same thing you do 99% of the time, and you're just gonna at some point swap out and spend 3 minutes using the other skill. Yeah, like yeah, that's kind of rubbish. Top grinders won't sacrifice grinding time to promote another skill they don't like. They might do if it means keeping a skill they do like next league. Especially if if you're nerfing the top 10 and buffing the bottom 10, they might look at those bottom 10 and go, I hate all of those. Let's not get one of them buffed or something. People will try. Like I said, the top of the top probably won't care at all.
Do you think he's scared down there?
No, sweet.
I need another plant. There's one. Alright, so we're going to head over to there and try and find this thing. What is it? Take a deep breath and find me right under another's nose. I wonder if nose is a clue there. Is there something that could be a nose here? Reckon that's a nose? I don't think so. We're even in the zone? We were just in the zone. Yeah, I mean, as much as they could try, they probably can't nerf everything.
Mommy, what is that on
Murieron por tu culpa.
¿Cómo te fue hoy?
Estuviste tomando muestras de suelo.
Okay. Much as I'm excited for it, I was a little upset because I was really prepared for watching Rays and hoping Ziz was going to do an SSF League start, which I think he was going to. He might still, because he played Trade League last time. Just to see how they gear up their first character maps and stuff. Since you can't... Well, that's a mouth and a nose, right? Since you can't rely on any of the new uniques you've found. And if they're all just sort of playing around with different stuff. Oh, there's a nose. Come to Lara. Monolith riches found. Yeah, nice. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Need a shotgun for that. That's a different campfire. We have a document there. Let's hit that document up first. Hit that one on the way out. What is that? It's a merchant and a mural. Okay, we'll hit those up on the way out. And an eagle. So let's go get that document. And get a skill point while we're home. Actually, I can do the skill point here. Fast travel. Yep, can do that. Oh, okay, 2 skill points. What were we saving for? Do you guys remember? Increase breathing capacity while swimming underwater. Increase speed while swimming. Lure arrows. These are the ones we can get right away. Increase amount of man-made crafting resources gathered from each source. Is that what I'm after? Revealed traps. Survival instincts. Survival instincts last longer. Oh, the 4 roll thing. Yeah, I have no idea either. Let's get the man-made crafting resource increase. Then I can make more upgrades. Hey, Kizron. Yeah, Valkyrie said he didn't get a notification either. Twitch being just Twitch things. Insufficient resources. Boo. Like, I don't really care about reload speed. That'll be last, if at all. Seems somewhat disappointing. But you got one though. Huh. Oh, you mean lurking? You just got the Discord announcement. Oh. Discord bot having a nap, eh? Man, how did we not see that? Oh well, that's
Miss
where we go.
Ortiz.
No, shh. You're not going to play them all automatically. I'm not going to accidentally listen to one. Sorry, game. That's how I roll.
Otra tormenta como la última.
Si gano yo, tendrás que comprar.
Where is
Jonah, I found Incan ruins, but I think the foundation of the temple is older.
Yeah, Abby remembered where she saw that symbol. It's inside the temple somewhere.
Great. Tell her thank you for me.
I'm right here. You can thank me by not breaking anything.
I'll be right there, Lara.
You obviously don't know who I am. Like, no, not breaking it. I'm Lara freaking Croft. I break everything. Look, I'm gonna grab this piece of paper and put it in the garbage bin. Is this one of this? Okay, so this is gonna be one of these moments where you say it's your favorite part of the game. There'll be two moments: a puzzle that you did in like 30 seconds that I'm gonna take an hour to do, and a puzzle that you took an hour that I'm gonna do in 30 seconds. Yeah, Lawrence Brake Drake. Hello.
I can hear them calling from under the earth. The voices. The old gods.
Maybe you just need to rest.
No. See for yourself. See where the breath of the gods rises from the womb of the earth. Listen to their pained howls.
I hadn't noticed that. Where is this breath?
You'll see. You'll hear it. Perhaps you can ease their suffering.
Oh, I think so. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff revealed. And Piggy. Maybe use a fire arrow. Okay, it was just up a lot higher. Alright, so we pushing on to the tomb? Or are we doing the objective? What do you guys think we should be doing? Yeah, that looked like it was flying, like a little like seagull shaped thing. I'm like, wow, that's disappointing how small it is. And I was wondering what I was missing. We just need to lead the shot a bit more. Let's go to the tomb.
Trinity's really on edge.
I think that's enough for the upgrade on the bow too.
Trinity's really on edge. Still, if they're here, they're ahead of us. At least it means I'm on some sort of track. If Dominguez is right, and the sun is dying, I have to get to...
Let's talk more action, Lawrence. Destroy 5 sacrilegious jungle totems. That definitely sounds like Lawrence. Hey, Cappy. Oh wow. Little less conversation, little more action, please. Do 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 do. Come on, come on. Come on. Little less Panz singing. A little more gaming, please. You remember the Nike football ad? With that? I think it was a Nike football ad. Or was it a Reebok football ad? Remember the football ad? Adidas? Oh, okay, now. Okay, yeah. Remember the football ad?
Can't quite make the dialect out.
Not sure if it came out back when you still had a TV. I think it's 20 years old. If not more.
All full up. Can't carry any more.
I'm not strong enough. I am no beast of burden. That's right. Challenge complete. Oh, yes. That looks cool. I thought that was a campfire. I walk up to this pile of rocks thinking it's a campfire. You remember the ads? YouTube only has the 3-minute mini movie that got cut down for the ads. I think that was actually better. Anyway. Were they on a boat? Okay, there's a something there. We don't know what it is. They were on a boat. That's about all I can remember. Ooh! An old cargo ship set up as an underground football cage fight, yeah. I mean, it's such a dumb idea, which is why it was good. Suck it up, princess. Stop whinging. I'm guessing the developers have absolutely zero idea how much gold weighs. Ships during the age of sail were designed so if nobody was at the wheel, the rudder broke. Huh. How does that work? Sorry, Lawrence. One more time. Maybe we'll make it this time. Oh, if no one was at the wheel or the rudder broke. I completely misread that. If no one was at the wheel, the rudder would break. That makes sense. It's kind of like, it's similar with cars. If you take your hands off the steering wheel, or if the steering column broke, the wheels will, well, turn to face gravity, I guess. Not quite wind directed, but, you know. Oh, this place is spooky.
Oh shit!
If nobody's steering, the car will automatically drift into the nearest solid object in order to stop the car. Yeah. Try not to break anything. Okay. That was the worst jump I've ever seen you attempt to make, Lawrence.
The walls are porous. The oil must be seeping through.
Welcome to Big Oil Land. Man, I almost spit my tea everywhere. If it hadn't been for the fact that I was watching where I was placing my tea, if I'd been looking directly at the screen, I think I would have had an accident. This feels very, you're about to get screwed hard.
Here they come.
Nice. Still need to find this thing down here somewhere. That's not it. Let's go, like, soaking in oil over the fire pit. Look, whose idea was it to have a fire pit down in an area where oil is soaking through the rock? And this year's Darwin Award recipient goes to...
The elders of the village.
We can hit some of these monoliths up now. That's important. Wait, how do I get... There you go. Because there was a monolith just before we couldn't decipher. We get another 1 skill point. Reduce noise from landing. Increase precision. Visual assistance with headshots. I always like the visual assistance with headshot. Feels like a nice little bit of help. Where's the silencer option? Hey Digilim, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Glad you're enjoying the show. You Tomb Raider much? Should I get the pistol upgrades? Nah. Do we want to fast travel out? I kind of like walking out the first time in case there's something there. It's like some sneaky collectible in the hallway. Don't fall, Lawrence. Push to the left. This is interesting. I mean...
Sholot, god of death. I'll have to get over there.
I'm glad I didn't leave. Well, I don't know if that was cheese, right?
Looks like this might be the way out.
I think it's just sort of
I'll
showing.
have to put that fire out.
I think it's just showing you the how wind works.
There's my way across.
Hey, Wamasakan, how you doing? Yeah, I think that one's just showing you how wind works in a safe environment. Okay.
Oh shit!
I'm doing really well, thanks, man. Have you seen the list? I should probably plug the list more often. There's a code you can use. It is the list. I should get that made into a short URL. So you just click on the category at the top, and then you can add a comment, and I'll see it as and you just put the game. Right? And then I'll be able to plug that game into the category list. Or you can click a blank category title and suggest a category.
There's a blockage on the other side. There's a blockage on the other side.
You only have to tell me once, Lawrence.
I'll need more power.
I'm not strong enough, she says. Why so many empty cells? I just haven't put like little title sections. At the top will be upcoming releases or games in early access. And then we'll have, I'm gonna have to break it down. Down the bottom will be the games that I've played and streamed. And then in the middle will be, I'll probably divide into two sections, like recent-ish and nostalgia-ish. So I'm guessing we'll be good enough to do that when we probably get the thingy skill. Oh, why is that? That one's still locked? I wonder if we can do that one yet. Now that we know how to speak thing. Possibly the rope puller thing that's supposed to make her stronger, but that's not how physics works. Alright, so I think from here we're going to go into the base, or we could head out that way. I think we head out. Deal with the pillagers? No, let's head into here. Oh, you know what? No. I do actually want to see if I can head out here. I didn't think I was going that way though. Lawrence, you are going the wrong way. I would like you to go the right way. Oh, I know where I am. Would Dead Cells count as a Metroidvania? No, and it has been played. So I could put it on a played and streamed section of the list if you want. It's a roguelite.
Jonah, I found Incan ruins, but I think the foundation of the temple is older.
Yeah, Abby remembered where she saw that symbol. It's inside the temple somewhere.
Great. Tell her thank you for me.
I'm right here. You can thank me by not breaking anything.
I'll be right there. Lara.
Did you hear? They're forcing our kids to work now.
It's fine, you're not a fan. Just curious of the categorization. Yeah. That's fair. And to populate the list. Well, that's the thing though. You'd be populating the bottom end of the list, which will probably end up being off the screen. Hopefully.
What is that? Oh my god.
Please help me.
What's up, little dude?
Are you okay?
Help him, Lawrence.
After me?
Are you Pablo?
Jess.
It's okay. Your father sent me. He's at Abby's. Go meet him there. I'll take care of these guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Get out of here.
The higher up stuff more likely to be played first. Yeah, I think so. So the sections will be alphabet. I think they'll probably be alphabetized, but the higher sections.
That doesn't sound good.
Like the unreleased stuff, likely to get played, more likely to get played on release.
Get back to work.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else you want from me. I can't motivate people into slave labor.
Oh, I think there's a way you can motivate them.
Shit.
On it! I got her! Get down! We lost another one! That all you got?
Loot? Look, these guys didn't drop any. Oh, you dropped loot. One guy. Oh, two guys. Okay, okay, that's better. I think what we'll do then is like we'll use that as a way of populating the wheel of games. For roguelite and roguelikes? Ooh, interesting. I'm helping. Yeah. First person action. Yeah. One of the things too, we might amalgamate some categories depending. Well, depending on my personal preference, I guess, towards those games. I think I need a 2D other. Oh, well, and that's where it's weird because 2D's like you get two or three views for two-dimensional. You know, so if you go like 2D side scroll platform versus 2D top down or ISO.
Just us now.
All right. Need to get back to the village. Gather your things, I go back to the village.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Apparently we did good. Okay, great. Yeah, so with the I could probably go. I want to work out the categories to where something like also first-person RPGs and third-person RPGs, and maybe just make that a first and third. But they're But then there's a weird one where there's the team RPGs, which are like the more what we call the CRPGs, but not tactically ways. And I'd want them included as well, but I don't want to just have just RPG as a category. It's too bland. First, third, and CRPGs. Which is basically anything that's not some of the other categories we've got. It'll be a work in progress living document. I feel like that's supposed to hook into something somewhere. Oh. I'm thinking if you get up there, then you send down here, not the other way around. No, just tie it up to the... Lawrence is a dum-dum. And that means there's a cave up there, right? Oh, I forgot to congratulate Crit on surviving the weekend with his aunt. Oh, rewarded for having eyes and using them for once. And oh, okay. I'll show you how my tiny little smooth brain worked this out because I'm proud of this. I did a thing. It was worth 15 experience. every, like, not even close, definitely worth the 15 experience. Probably not, I really thought there would have been something better than just 15 experience sitting up here. So I saw that there was that there. And like, usually ropes like that, you could shoot and tie them off to something. And I was looking around, and then I eventually saw this one up here. And I'm like, okay, we'll shoot up there and we'll tie it off to it. And then was able to backtrack and go, no, it's to swing down from, which means there's a way to get up there, and then we'll come down from it. Right? Which there was. But the item that was up there was like a box that had some oil in it and was worth 15 experience to loot. So it could have been good. And the design is great. But they put trash in there. It was kind of worth minimizing for. Like, there was a good explanation with what was happening. Okay, so we did reveal a couple of things in town. We'll go see Pablo's dad, and then we'll go out to that temple and be told for the third time not to break anything, because it looks like the devs forgot to put in a have played this sound clip trigger.
Hola.
¿Krista? Ah, está bien.
Really Good has been retired. It got nerfed. Does she rotate her emotes? Is that what's happening? That's a really good idea. That way you can have more emotes. You can even have people vote on their favorites. I need to find inexpensive but highly skilled creative person to... for some reason I was going to say collaborate with, and that's terrible. I just want to offer them fundage for their services. She wants them all to have the burb because that's the mascot. That makes sense.